Is your miniature horse fat or is he too thin? There's really only one accurate way to tell. If you have had miniature horses for any length of time, you know how deceiving their coat can be in the wintertime. They can look extremely chubby, fluffy, fat, and when it all boils down to it, underneath that big old coat, they can be skin and bones, and you don't really know. Everybody has always told me in the wintertime you need to get your fingers down into their coat and really feel for any muscle or bones or, to gauge their weight. However, if you have minis like mine, I've got some of them where their coat grows so dense and so thick. You just can't tell. Even if you try your hardest to get your fingers in there, you can't feel anything. I've got one who looks like he's just fatter than all get out in the wintertime, but as soon as he sheds out, sometimes he's a little thin. I got tired of that, and so a friend of mine recommended that I purchase a livestock scale to gauge that weight during the wintertime as well as during the summertime. So I did. And I'll tell you, it has simplified life so much. I tried using weight tapes and things like that, but it's really not a good gauge for miniature horses. Those tapes are built more for larger horses, and the proportion and all is just different with minis. So a scale has solved a lot of my problems. It solved problems for dosages for wormers or medications, and it helps me keep an eye on their progress. I also love a scale for the babies because I can gauge how much they're gaining on how much food they're eating, their conversion. I can watch their growth rates. It's just solved the problem tremendously in all different types of areas. So I'm going to introduce you to my scale. I do need to weigh my minis, so we're going to do that. I bought this scale on Amazon. It was around, I think at the time it was under $300. I think they're around $300 now. And I thought it would cost me way more. We have livestock, and livestock scales typically cost a lot. This one, it got delivered UPS. It was an easy setup, and I'll show you how simple it is. The minis have no problem getting on it and staying on it. Before I bring a mini in to the scale, I am going to show you what it looks like. So this is the platform. It is, I want to say it's around 42, 43 inches long. It's very similar to a scale that you'd find in a veterinarian's office. Then it's got this little cord that goes up to the display, and you just turn it on and it will tear itself, and then you just bring a mini in. I always keep a little clipboard here to monitor their weights and transfer them to their records later. This is Snicky. He is probably my flightiest little mini. Oh, man, but... And he weighs 240 pounds. Come on, bud. This is my other baby. This is Tango. Come on, bud. Oh. 231. This is my 17-year-old Trigger. 210. And this is my 21-year-old. This is the one who grows the crazy coat in the wintertime. Oh. 202. All right. I keep a chart on my whiteboard of their weights. So these are the two babies, and you can kind of check their weight progression. Tango is kind of maxing out here in the about 230 range. Snicky continues to grow, but he looks like he's going to max out for a while at least in the 240 range. They're actually getting quite big. Joey is my one that I really need to keep an eye on his weight. He actually looks really good, and I've been exercising him a lot more, so I'm not concerned about the drop in weight here at all, and it's not that much. Depending on the time of day, this can fluctuate too. And then Trigger, he was sick a while ago. He had a choke incident and complications, so I'm not concerned about this discrepancy either. Because if you look at him last year, he was in the 202, 203 range. So he's actually gained a little bit of weight overall, but they all look really good. So this is kind of what I do. It's just a really excellent way to keep track of how they're doing. And there's no guessing here because weight is weight. When you've got fluffy fur all over the place or even a slick coat, it's sometimes kind of hard to tell if they're underweight or overweight. So this is what I love about that scale. That's one of my favorite things I keep in my barn. It's not an essential, but it makes life pretty easy. And you saw how easily all of them just hop right on the scale. I did not train them to do that at all. They are just, I don't know if it's just minis or what, but they're just so compliant, and they just come on in and stand on it and let me get the reading, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks and things that we do with our minis here. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.